Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Urvin, and today I'm making this video to demonstrate my task 2.1p of this full stack development secure front-end applications. And here I have developed a welcome email application in which I have used the Node.js and the Express server and also the Mailgun API to run my application efficiently. And so according to this, I have made the exact interface in which I have used an input box where I'll be inputting my email and then I'll just hitting the subscribe button, and that's how when the subscribe button is hidden, and we'll get an email on that particular account. And so let's move on to the working, how it's working now. Okay, so let's open the VS. So in order to start our application, we first of all have to run our server, which is the Express server. And here I'll be getting inside the server folder, and to run the server I'll just use the command node server.js because the my server application name is server.js. And here you can see my server is running on the local host 3005, which is the port number over here. And I'll just click on the link. I'll get, and I'm seeing that my server has been started. Now I'll be getting my index.html over here. Okay, so this is my HTML file. You can see now I'll be inputting my email here, and then I just click the subscribe button over here. I can see an alert where it says the email has been sent successfully, and here I'll just be pressing the OK button, and let's check if I have received the email over on my phone. Okay, so I have received the email over here. You can see I have received the email. Okay, so talking about this application, here I have used some essential dependencies like the course.env, express and mailgun.js here. And okay, so here the .env file just helps me to keep my APS key in a certain folder where I just store that essentials in my .env file and then get the access. So, and moving to the Express, it is a web framework which provides an server to us it so as to handle the requests and the responses I get. And for the API, I have used the Mailgun.js, which is which provides us an email service, and that's how if I just register my email over there, and I'll get that email from the Mailgun.js. Okay, so let's talk about our application. Here's the simple code of the index.html. Here I have used this to link my app.css. We'll be moving and explaining these two parts also. Here is my app.js over here. I have used certain classes, some IDs, so as to create my CSS and also for my JavaScript. So here you can see I have created a button which just says subscribe, and here's an input box where I'll be inputting my email. So this was my whole HTML file. Now let's move to the CSS part. Okay, so here's our CSS part of the application. Here I have used the font family, which is the Arial Sans Serif, and along with this I have used the email header, which I have made it bold, and the font size is 18 pixel. This one is the this email header over here, where I have made that bold and have written in the bigger text as well. And Here I have used the padding to just get the spacing so that it would look nice. And here I have used the button hover over here, which when the hover occurs, when we hover our cursor over there, its color changes to dark gray. Here I'll show you. Whenever I hover this on the subscribe button, you can see it is turning to the gray. And this was my overall CSS. So let's move about the server part, which is the server.js. Okay, so this is my server.js. I'm using the Node.js over here with the Express, and so as to create a backend server that sends the emails to the Mailgun API over here. You can see I have used the essentials, which are the Express is equals to required Express, and here's the port which I have declared, and I have used the .env course and the Mailgun.js. The express is to create the server and handle the routes, and the .env just loads an environment so that I can access my credentials over here, which I have mentioned. The first one is the Mailgun domain, which I have created when I have registered for my Mailgun account. And here's the Mailgun API, which I have also created the same. So over here, I have called the .env configure function to load my .env variables. And here here I'm getting my Mailgun API and the Mailgun domain over here. And further on, I have used the express.json and the and this part so that to handle the request from my front end. And moving further over here, I have used the post request to to receive post route. It receives the to subject and the message from the front end request body. And here I have you. This is the to which I'll be getting. Here, this to is the part of the index where this two you can also see this two. This is the value that I have entered, like my email I have entered in the email box. This is that value. So here we will get the subscribed in the subject of the email, and here's a message. Here's the body part we'll be getting, which shows welcome to dev community. And furthermore, I have used the mailgun message.send email info to send the email, and if there's any error, then we'll get the message over here, error sent in the email, else we'll get the email sent successfully over the message. And at last, we are getting the server running on the local host, and the port number is the 3005 over here. And finally, this app.listen just listens to that particular port so as to get the details or the values. So let's move on to the app.js where okay, okay. So this is my app.js where it's a JavaScript that is running in my browser that connects my HTML to that Express server so that I can send the emails over. And that's how I have started by selecting the form element using the document.query selector as and storing it in the form. And over here, I have used the add event listener, which will listen to the submit button, the subscribe one that I have shown you in the index.html, which and that's how I have used the handle submit over here. And e.prevent default means that the page does not refresh, and it prevents the and handle and lets us handle the page through the JavaScript. Okay, so here's the console.log, which is simply just verifies that our we are we are getting the just to confirm that we are inputting the email. And over here you can see I have used the post method over there. And if if we get the response as successful, we'll just get an alert over there. You can see I have get an alert which says email has been sent successfully, and if the email hasn't sent and there's any error causing, which I have discussed in the server.js over here, if we get any error, then we'll just get failed to send email, and that's how my whole code is working. And thank you for watching.